That is loud. Okay. Welcome to the first episode of Umoja Talks. I am your host, JJ Mtuse, and I am joined by a wonderful, young, lovely lady, a good friend of mine, Josephine Katumba. Please, would you introduce yourself and tell us more about yourself, Miss Josephine?
Hope I don't sound too nervous. Hi, I'm Josephine Katumba. JJ, do you know what my middle name is?
I don't know what your middle name is.
My middle name is Sia.
Wow.
Unfortunately, I don't know what it means. It's Nyesa. So yeah, I'm JJ's friend. 23 years old. I'm a student doing my final year at UJ. So extra. Okay. So I'm doing my final year at UJ. I'm doing a BCom General, major in economics and accounting. And
sure.
I don't know if I can call myself an entrepreneur or an aspiring entrepreneur. I guess I am an entrepreneur.
I think you're an entrepreneur.
Yeah, why do you think I'm an entrepreneur?
Because of the things that you're up to, and I think that's why it's important for you to be up on this platform, to inspire and to incite entrepreneurship and different ideas. Because aside from your entrepreneurial activities, because I know you're into clothes, you haven't made a big entrepreneurial business out of that yet, but I'm going to exploit you because I want your clothes. But I think even the things that you do, which I would like you to explain more about, because I still don't completely understand, in terms of the survey that you were doing a week ago on the horticulture.
Urban agriculture, JJ.
Urban agriculture. Look at that. Look at that.
Okay, no, first let me explain the clothing thing to you. And how I started. I think I need to give a shout out to my mom. On this one.
You got it from your mama.
No, she doesn't even know to sew, which is funny. But in 2000 and I think it was 2015 or 16. No, it was 15. She bought me a sewing machine. But like it wasn't even like it was like those small sewing machines. She actually went out and bought like an industrial sewing machine. She's like, "Oh, I want you to learn how to sew." I'm like, "Are you crazy? Like, why in the world would I learn how to sew?" I was like, "Never." And it just sat in boxes like in the garage for a few months, and then one time I was just like, "Okay, let me just try this." So I called the guy to like put it together. Then I went on YouTube and I started looking at videos, like learning how to make stuff, and I made stuff for my niece, which was so bad. Honestly, they were so bad. But I think that's good. I think like I read this quote, like you have to be bad at something until you're good at it, right?
True.
So, yeah. And then
so if this podcast is bad,
exactly,
please stay with us until it's good.
Yeah. Give it like 10 episodes or something. But no, it's true. Like I think sometimes like I had that habit or that mindset. Like I would like start something. If I like, for example, I'd start making something, and if I did like one mistake, I'd just like leave it because I'd be like so pissed at myself. I'd just be like, ah. And then I'd leave it for like a few weeks, and then it's like afterwards, it's like, you know what, if it sucks, it sucks. It's fine as long as you're learning. And then I took a few lessons, and then I was just like.
And you also went to Lysol, though.
Yeah, I did. A sewing course there for a few months. I think almost a year actually. And yeah, now I still suck. I'm not good. I know that people out there that are really good.
Lying. I've seen the dress that you wore. You were in Beijing together.
Really?
That you said you made.
Oh, yeah.
So.
But yeah, it's something that I wish I could like spend time on more. when I get time, I think if I pay attention and I'll get better at it. So yeah, that's the swing thing.
I'll be your first investor.
Thank you, JJ. Yeah. So then I started, and then you know what happened? I was so broke because I left excessive books and I don't want to get a job. And then I'm like, oh gosh, how am I going to get money? Like, and then I'm like, well, I have a sewing machine and I can sew, so I might as well just start sewing for people. And then I put a few posters up on campus, and then I got some customers. And mind you, I wasn't even a professional. Like, my mom was, she's just like, this child, like, you're so crazy. Like, the one day these two girls came, I was like, what are these girls doing? And they're sitting in the lounge. And there I am, I even went to get a measuring tape and stuff like that. And my mom was like, wow, Josephine, you're something else. Yeah, and then I made things for them, and I still make things for people here and there. So that's that.
Ah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. And tell us more about your urban culture.
Urban farming.
Urban farming, yeah.
So the urban farming one is something that it's a work in progress. It's been like, wow, a lot of headache, a lot of sleepless nights, but it's something that I've been like aspiring to do for a long time. So the inspiration behind it was actually again my mom. Wow. So at home we have like so I'm originally from Congo, DRC, but I was born in South Africa.
So you're South African now.
Pardon?
So you're South African.
Yeah, I'm South African by citizenship, I guess, and then I'm Congolese by origin. So what was I? So my mom she always, you know how it is, like you crave food from like home and stuff, like vegetables and stuff. So she loves legumes and vegetables. So she started like a small like vegetable patch, if I could say, in our garden. And what was funny was like it really like would inspire like her friends, like when they'd come, they'd be like, oh my goodness, you did this. And then they would go back to their houses and they would also make like little vegetable patches or whatever in the garden. And I've just seen like how in terms of health, like she's very healthy, and because
I felt bad when you were asking all those questions.
Really?
Because I was like,
bad.
Yeah, because you were talking about are the food that you eat, is it organic? And when you talk about healthy, that's what I thought of when you were talking about organic.
So it was like, because you look like, I don't know if you saw this, like South Africa is voted like the unhealthiest country in the world.
Really?
Like number one. Like, yeah.
So America,
like, we're the worst. Let me open the thing to read it to you, like I saved it. But like they do like they did like a survey in terms of like obesity, in terms of like blood pressure, diabetes, and unhealthy eating, and South Africa came out as the unhealthiest country in the world, which is quite scary if you think about it. I think that like even inspired me more to say that like we think we're like, in terms of other African countries, if I can say, like if you saw the question about like food security.
Yeah.
Food security, when people think of food security, there's three aspects to it, right?
Yeah.
So it's if you have access to food, if your food is nutritious, and I think if you have enough food. And I think in South Africa we say we have enough food and we do have enough access to food, but how nutritious is the food that we're eating? You see?
I think there's a big market for people that actually feel that they can't cook or they can't eat healthy food, so they revert to, you know, that black stereotype, you know, black people and eating chicken, so where do they go? KFC, chicken licken. Myself, I'm guilty of Nando's,
which is, I'm not even gonna lie, like it's like something that we have to become conscious of. It's something I'm trying to also become conscious of, because if I look like, for example, at my mom and my dad, My dad, like, he felt like sick and whatnot, and he found a doctor, and they said, like, the health choices you make when you're young is really what affects you when you grow up.
Yeah.
Like, when you look at how many people, like, especially black people, it's so sad. We literally, like, anyone over the age of now even 45 who's black has high blood pressure. It's like, and it's like so normal, which is something in the past where it's not something that we were prone to at all. We ate healthy food, we had like gardens, and we had, I think you see this in a lot of African countries where people have, and you're conscious about your food and whatnot. So I guess that's going back to the startup, which is actually called Biakudia Urban Farming Solutions, by the way.
Biakudia.
Biakudia. It means food in Chiluba.
I wanted to learn Chiluba.
So that's like kind of, so what we say is like we want to change the face of organic farming in South Africa, because like when you think about organic, people, like, to be honest, people think that it's for white people who eat organic food, who have money. Because I even saw through like the survey that I did where people were like, we don't buy organic because we don't have access to organic food and we don't have the money for organic food.
Yeah.
And it's something like I said, it's like we call ourselves a developed country, but yet people who are like even middle class, because most of the people who did it are like middle class citizens, saying that they don't have money or access to organic food, which I think is something, that should be changed and can be changed.
Yeah.
So,
well, you're gonna change it.
Thank you. I hope so.
And the people listening are hopefully going to get incited in, and
just make, I think, just even to have that awareness, like, let me know what I'm putting in my stomach. Let me know where my food comes from. Like, some things for me just don't make sense. Like, some people like find pleasure in saying like, oh, I bought grapes that came from Spain. But when you look at it, you're like, why would I eat something? Like, firstly, you look at like the transportation that it takes for something, like the impact that it has, like in terms of like on the earth, and like it's just things that sometimes are necessary. I mean, it's good for the economy, but like I think that we should be more conscious of things like that. Support like local economies. Make sure that whatever you're doing is not affecting your carbon footprint. So it has like kind of
there's lots of things to discuss around that.
There is. So the 3 pillars, like I think to just sum it up, like the 3 pillars of this startup is community, health, and sustainability.
Okay.
Which is kind of like what we're trying to target.
And then where can they find you to get involved?
So I'm not.
And why haven't I been involved? Actually,
I don't know, JJ. I guess you're not interested. You're busy with other things.
Such lies.
I don't know. So like, if you want to get involved, like I'm so open to anyone, whoever you are, whatever skill you have. Like I'm open to work. I think you can just email me for now, guys. Whoever actually is good at social media could help me because I suck. So I said I need to actually find someone who's good at social media to help me.
I think Kanye's the best.
Really?
Yeah. I think Kanye's the best because she was on the gram.
Some people are very professional with that. I suck. I think I'd have like 0 followers if I went on myself. So if you're good at social media, and you can help me with that. But they can email me. Should I give my email?
Yeah. Use well, we should put it in a comment down below.
Okay.
And I will post it on the relevant pages, the Twitter pages and the Facebook pages.
Okay.
Hopefully people will make your inbox flood with emails.
Please. Oh, okay.